What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, episode 5 of the walkthrough. So we're picking up here from the Finn, the original, vestige of Valed. So we end up missing an item. Now this wasn't something we missed because I didn't know about it, or I didn't have notes on it. It's just literally something we missed because I don't know. We worked our way all the way up to it. We went in the cave it was in, but for some reason, it's actually right over here. For some reason, I just never grabbed it. We could have been talking about something, or I could have been running out of time on the episode, which probably is the reason. But it was the very first thing we did. We went through there, went Umbro up that ladder to the left, and got the shortcut. So this is just across from the vestige. If you follow along the walkthrough, you have this stuff. So when you go in here, oh yeah, we were getting attacked by all those gremlins and all that. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. But if you just come on in over here, this will be a pendant, and you do need this for your platinum, obviously. But it's also good for spellcasters. So now I realized we didn't have this at the end of the last episode. So before we get started or anything else, I want to make sure we came and grab that. So if you're doing casting spells, it will boost the damage of your spells by switching the types of spells you use. So if I went to my damage buff first, and then went to my range attack would get more damage. So switching the spells you use gives you more damage with that. But also, if you were doing like an Umbral build, casting Umbral spells, casting Radiant spells, and casting Inferno spells, switching the spells you use boosts that even further. So as you see, after each spell cast, further spells temporarily deal increased damage. Casting spells from different magic schools further amplifies this effect. So that can be pretty powerful. There's these rings you get to let you cast Umbral or Radiant or Inferno spells without those catalysts. So if you put in the one, cast Radiant spells without a Radiant catalyst, cast Inferno spells without an Inferno catalyst, and you're doing an Umbral build with the Umbral catalyst, you can just cast all 3 types at the same time, and then put that on, and every time you cast a different spell, it's going to vastly boost your damage. So that is really cool, right? But after that, guys, we're going to jump back over to where we left off and start working our way into Fitzroy's Gorge. So Fitzroy's Gorge is more of just like an introduction to Lower Calrath. It's like a little through path, transitional zone, you might refer to it as maybe. But there's a lot of really good stuff here. Now, if you go in Umbral right where we are right now, like actually go into it, there will be some gremlins. We met our first gremlins last episode, so there will be some gremlins. But there's no actual items or reason to go here. Now, Lower Calrath, when we do get there, is a fire zone, inferno zone. A lot of fire enemies using ignite and explosions. So because this is the, like the introduction to that, we're going to be dealing with a lot of that here. This is where it kind of picks up. So right behind here is a new type of dog. Fire dog. So after you destroy a fire dog, they're going to explode. Regular dogs are going to be the same. You know what I mean? But the fire dogs, if they're breathing fire, they will explode if you beat them. That's Piercing Light. That is going to be our new range spell since I have a second to put it on. If you're having trouble parrying that attack, I did mention this before, guys, make sure you parry when he's on that front toe. If you do that, it feels really early, but it'll work every time. So Piercing Light is going to be an upgraded version of our range. As you see, put that on. This guy actually has a scour or a parasite. Yep. Take these fools out, get your souls, get your drops. For all Mangler trousers. I still gotta go back and farm like the poison zombie dudes. I didn't get enough of their set, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to remember to do that. We're gonna go straight. You're gonna see that path to the left, and we're going for it, but we want to go past that a bit and go up here. So if you rest first, she won't be here. Now you're not gonna miss anything with Rose. She's gonna give you the same dialogue at the Adir's Shrine, and we're gonna get there this episode. But I don't want people going, oh, you missed Rose. So we're just gonna come over here, get her dialogue, then work back the other way. We'll be able to get some upgrade stones there, and then plant a seedling.
Only the ignorant think of the Rogars as mindless beasts. They're Adir's chosen children, enough to know a sentinel's more use in death than in life. I've been watching and learning. Bring me a dead sentinel. I've got a plan.
So we're actually
Rogar, it's his way.
about to fight his
as long as
sentinel.
you're
So remember to go through her. She doesn't have anything new, but we got to get all this stuff. You know what I mean? We really got to get all this stuff. So that. We already have those. We got those for drops. We're not worried about it. If we have anything, we could sell any duplicates like this. You know, we don't need this stuff. We did put one of these in storage. So might as well get our money back. Oh, there's +2. I guess we'll keep it for now in case you don't find another weapon to pair with it. Damn, I got 2 larges, I forgot. Yeah, to those guys, the Holy Bulwarks, we showed that if you're following along with the walkthrough, you know that upper path we just went to get the pendant, there's 2 over there. You can kind of circle around, they have a chance to drop larges. Larges are really rare. That's why I said you're going to find 1 weapon and stick with it. 1 weapon, 1 catalyst, and 1 shield. And you'd be lucky to fully upgrade all of them by the end of the game. But there are enemies you could farm. So, you know, those are the Holy Bulwarks and the Ruiners. You want to really make sure you're trying to farm that stuff up, guys. It's really important. Just as important as getting all your stuff for your trophies. You want, to not get stuck with 1 weapon your whole playthrough, right? So, I'm missing something here. We don't have any doubles of anything. I'd like to try to replace what we just spent. Make sure to hold on to some unripe berries too. We have a quest. Honestly, we pick up more, so it's not really a big deal. But just keep that in mind moving forward. And there is nothing else we can do. But I did want to see how many regulars. Oh, we only have 1 regular. We got to get those back up, which we will do. Okay, we'll get one. So now we talked to her and got her dialogue. Equipped our spell. We're gonna go back here. Get your regulars. Oh, it's small. You son of a biscuit. We'll be able to get more up here though. After we take out this boss, we're going to get some. So since we got those guys taken out, we're going to go buff up, enter Umbral very quickly. I don't know what knocked us back there. So it's really weird. It's almost like the Umbral world is starting to affect our world. There he is. So we want to try to see if we can get another visit. Like I said, any chance we get to fight these guys, we're doing it. They just dropped too much good stuff. You also got to get her spells, her full armor set. So we got her full armor set. But she can drop a spell. We want to make sure we get it. There you go. Good. Take her out. See what she dropped for us. Okay, just consumables. But we're going to use, being a casting build, we'll be using a lot of this stuff. A lot of mana stone clusters and stuff like that to, refill our mana. There will be options later in the game. Rings and, runes we socket into our shields or into our weapons that give us mana on kill or steady mana regeneration. But for a while, all you have... Why is that going to happen? For a while, as I was trying to say, all you're going to have is your mana stone clusters to refill your mana. That's it. They work good enough, Alright, so with all of them out, we can go ahead and proceed on this way. So there's going to be like a little battle breaking out up here. Just some little weaker guys fighting each other, really. After them, we're going to get into our boss. So our boss over here is going to be like a holy knight. I think they're actually the Crimson Rector. So they're going to have great swords. They're going to be doing smite, build up, holy damage. They can summon clones just like the up top. A little bit different. His are only going to come out for 1 attack. It could be different attacks. It might be a wide swipe or a slam down. So watch out for that. If he tries to heal himself, just siphon. There will be a few parasites around that will interrupt his attack. More than anything else, as always, patient, parry, don't get greedy. And it'll always be like that. Even that big slam attack looks unparryable, but it's not. Oh, that's a weird timing, just so you guys know. Yeah, right there, we're slowly beating him down. Oh, I should have expected it. Thing is, he doesn't always do that. And now he's healing, and he can, he can put you down quick. What the hell? Why was it not siphoning, bro? It's okay. Nope. You might actually kick my ass this time. start healing back. Or help him with her. There it is. Because be patient. Like, even I fucked up big time and we're still okay. I actually struggled with this fight a lot my first time, but as you see, it's not that bad, right? Ring of Brave Protection, Crimson Rector Gauntlets, and Infested Seed. So you keep in mind, you're going to need all of this stuff, right? His helm, his weapons, and all that stuff. So you're going to have to farm that. However, he too, like I mentioned before, every single mini-boss does become a regular enemy. Inferno builds. Meet my new suggested weapon for you guys. This is Bloodlust. So Bloodlust is a phenomenal weapon. I said this at the start, even though we're recommended a Radiance build, I'm still covering every weapon that's worth talking about for specific builds, like this. Quality builds, 25 strength, 20 agility. A lot of people went crazy for this weapon when the game first came out. You're getting Wither, so you're not doing an Umbral build, but this does have Wither on it, so that's just like a base damage from your upgrades. And it gets a lot of physical. It's a colossal weapon, can be buffed. Really, really, really fine choice for strength, quality rather. And I told you guys, usually in Souls games, quality builds are just for people that don't know what they want to do yet, giving them access to big colossal weapons and like more dexterous weapons. And then you kind of choose what you want to do and then respec to either dex or strength. But quality builds in this game is actually just a straight up real build you can put together. And there's multiple really game changing quality weapons, and this is one of them. But what we just picked up here, 13 agility, 13 inferno, 60 blood loss, 60 burn, fire, physical, phenomenal weapon. Now, if you're trying to dual wield something, we're going to get Axe of the Blade. So actually, let's kind of siphon everything. We're about to move on up to this elevator while I'm talking to you guys. But yes, that does blood loss and burn and fire and physical. And we're going to get another axe really soon. This episode is called Axe of the Blade. It also does blood loss, fire, and physical. It doesn't get the burn, but both weapons will be doing fire, both weapons will be doing physical, and both weapons will be doing blood loss. And then one will be doing burn. It will be a devastating combo for you guys. Truly devastating combo. So if you're doing Inferno, I'd highly suggest rocking those together. They're both Inferno weapons with a lot of the same stats. So dual wielding weapons do the same thing is gonna, proc that stuff faster. So if I had another weapon doing Smite, we put it with this, we'd be in really good shape. Now moving forward, we talked about this cell door a long time ago. Watch out for the guy guarding on both. But this is right under the sanctuary. You guys might remember, I was like, don't worry about that cell. We'll get it when we get to Fitzroy's Gorge. This is only a few episodes back, right? So that's, where we are now. So now that we got that, we're good to move on. And we're just going to kind of run up here ahead and get to the checkpoint here at the sanctuary. Still need to hit some mace. God. Hoping we get a drop from them, armor piece or their mace. If we have a chance to take them down, I want to do it as we're still missing those sets. Just gonna rest to de-aggro. Start trying to get this radiance to at least 30. Look at that, 28 already. And now we're gonna warp over to Skyrest Bridge. We gotta start working up this catalyst. This is not a catalyst we're gonna use the entirety of the game, not at all, but we're gonna have to use it for at least 2/3. It's the best radiance catalyst. The last two don't come for a really long time, and we still are gonna need something. So we only have 5. Do we want to bring this up? It costs 4. Start putting these, up a little bit. That's already at regular. Really, I'm that fast for 1,000.
Ah. You again.
300. We used all of our skulls? I did not remember that, but I guess we did. There we go. Alright. Now we're just going to kind of wait off a bit. To get either more souls to buy some, but we are going to get more fragments where we're going, and we're trying to get this weapon up, because as soon as I get, what is it, like, I think I just need more souls at this point. Hold on. is I picked up a couple larges. I showed you guys a farm, so I hope you guys grabbed some too. But since I did get these on drops, I'm gonna use them, you know. And I think, yeah, since I get more souls, I could bring this up to +4, and then, I mean, +5, then get on up to +6 with that. So that'd be really nice. If you guys also use the Pilgrim's Perch key, you'll pick up 4 larges up there. It's going back to our seedling. We're going to press further into the zone. We should definitely make it to Lower Calrath this episode for sure. Like I said, it's just a little through path area, but there's still a lot going on here, guys. Important stuff with the quest. Rune tablet, our first rune tablet. You're gonna see these little butterflies. That's actually a stigma, but Rogar. But what we're gonna do, because if we go in Umbral, then we get killed. That's not gonna do us much good at all. Here's our new range. Look at that, 208, just with barely any upgrades. And we're about to meet a new enemy type. I call him the Demon Archer. I don't really remember his name, but he uses cross bolts that explode. So, crossbow with explosive bolts. You can also throw out little mines if you get close to him, and like explosive arrows as well. Or no, like, no, I'm sorry, explosive bolts, mines. He'll throw a mine out at your feet when you get close to him. But he also does like these big fireball projectiles. So. There we go. So that's another new enemy type, meaning you need his whole set, his crossbow, his whatever he has, everything, every bit of it. So as soon as we get this cleared out and grab the items, we're going to turn back, enter Umbral, and get our stigma. So you need to get all stigmas for a trophy. Not to mention, all these stigmas are really important. Every single one is related to one quest or another. So if you don't get the stigmas pertaining to that quest, you're not going to be able to do the quest. You're not going to be able to get the trophy or the reward. So you cannot miss a single stigma for a quest or in general. So we're just going to kind of jump off here and kill ourselves real quick. We'll be able to grab this.
Damn coward!
Come now. You are half dead already.
That's Andres Bev, just pretty much killing a woman.
You do your well-earned rest.
Like I say, he's a piece of trash. He really is. So, you know,
supplies.
we're not going to be surprised he's doing trashy shit like killing a woman. So he tries to get respect off his grandfather's name because his grandfather's a great warrior, and he's doing stuff like this, trying to steal Lampbearer's lamps and killing women, and you know what I mean. So I'm not going to ruin it, but let's just say we'll do it. You know what I mean? He's actually really annoying to fight too, harder than you think, because you get like a little tight alley when you fight him. It really sucks, but we'll do it. Okay, buddy. We won't spoil why we have to fight him. We did kind of give you guys a nod about all of the spoilers, because you know, you're gonna be spoiled. It's a walkthrough, it's not a blind playthrough, so there's a lot of stuff that that connect, and we have to talk about these things. Especially if it's like I don't want you guys to mess up the flesh, right? You gotta talk about it. Alright, so moving forward, we're just gonna kill those gremlins, get your stones, and just run past all the stuff so that Archer can't get you, because you can't get to him yet, you know what I mean? So at this point, we cannot reach him. We have to go around the other side. Now, while you're walking around, exit Umbral here, while you're walking around grabbing items, there is a mimic. So remember what I said last episode, mimics do move. They're not guaranteed to be in the same spot for me as it is for you, so do keep that in mind. Here it is. Just watch that tail. That tail and that item's moving around, you know, the mimic. Now, if you grab the mimic and it got you, and then obviously you're gonna move those items, you don't have to like rest and really worry about the items, guys, because all it's gonna ever be is consumables. You're never like, if you fuck up on a mimic, if you rest, it'll reappear, but you don't have to stress yourself about it because it's just consumables. It's like a bigger boss, rabbit's foot, you know what I mean? So that is going to be your Fitzroy sword. A really decent choice at this point for quality build, 100 to blood loss, so not bad. So we're going to use our lantern here and cross this bridge. When we do, a gremlin's going to push us off. So you could go in Umbral first, but if he pushes you off, then he's going to kill you. With this, if he pushes us off and he's in the right spot, when we enter Umbral, that little surge should pop him off the bridge. We don't even have to worry about fighting. Let's see. Oh no, I don't think, no, it didn't kill him. It usually always will. You guys, as long as your position's right, it'll probably take him out. I hate these fucks. I can't stand them. I know they don't seem too bad, but you'll see. They're horrible. Okay, that's not creepy. Let's go move forward. So going straight over here past these barrels, there's some like upgrades and stuff down there, but and that'll progress, out of this place. However, you need to go this way because we have Drewston down here.
I'll do.
And start his NPC quest line.
Knocking out is now. Wait till Melchior's. I'll chop me in.
He won't be.
Melchior, he's a famous knight, an evil wizard and all sorts. Those spiky baddies, I fell down, and when I woke up, and he'd never... Not to worry. I best be off soon. So long, Lampy.
Alright, so we got Drewston's quest started. More importantly than that, though, and I don't even want to plant a seedling here, but for walking perspective, I want to make sure I'm helping people out. This is a pretty optimal spot for where we're going. It's not too far from the next boss, just in case you do die. A mini boss, he could be a little bit formidable. I mean, not really when you're doing holy and you're used to him, but... Okay, so I want to look at my notes for a second. So we're actually going to go down, and right here is a rune tablet. So if you went the other way, it'll lead you out right over here, but you would end up missing that rune tablet, right? So you don't want that. So now we are going to go on up, and we want to jump back to Skyrest Bridge. Reason being is I want to go ahead and turn in this tablet to Gerlinda and Sparky and actually talk about things. Now, I showed you guys their dialogue. Now, when it comes to runes, you're not going to get good runes or hardly any for a long time. You'll get some, but they're just not going to be great until later in the game. So I just want to specify that, but there are some. But, like I said, he knows where these rune tablets are. It's his knowledge imparted in these tablets, and she wants it for her own gains. So you have to kind of decide who you're going to pair with or who you're going to side with, and I'll tell you about the rewards when it comes, but turning this over is going to trigger that dialogue.
Selfish and avaricious as Gerlinda is, Traveller, she is indeed skilled. It's no small feat to smith magic-infused manacles such as the one she used to bind me to her when she found me. I watched the cataclysmic death of a universe, and came as close to my own death as I ever have in all my eons, only to then find myself once again in this world. I have traveled to countless realities and borne witness to wonders beyond measure, and yet eventually, time numbed me to all of it. I had cast off my mortal form long ago with no regret, but I was a fool to discard my humanity. I see that now, with my renewed appreciation for life, for experience, for freedom, is only made more bitter regret by my current enslavement. I only desire to be free once more, to...
Oh, boo! Get back to work while Gerlinda still has use for you.
So, yeah, she's just a dick, obviously. So if you get a socket rune, she's not going to have any to do, but she does start selling some starter ones for every build, obviously, 700, and then there'll be upgrade version of these for 3,500 here in a bit, but like this one, increased strength scaling, agility scaling, radiant scaling, and inferno, so we're obviously going to grab what we can, just so we can get in socket something, right? It's going to give us a little bit more, scaling, and you're also going to get a trophy for socketing your first rune, then you get another trophy for socketing all 3 runes. Now, if we were to come over here and upgrade a shield, we'd be able to put stuff in that too. But I'm not worried about too much right now, simply because, we don't have any runes for shields. And I don't even have the stats to actually use a shield I care about. Like, this is just to buy me some time. We'll probably go to the Crimson Rector. I don't like it. If we can get to 20 strength, we can get a really nice great shield, But I'm worried if I go to that point, I'll just start doing strength radiance and get away from my build. Now let's go and put all this stuff up. Not using it. Okay, Angel of the Void set, we can go put that up. That's one less set to worry about. So we got that and that. So we still need the helm and the gauntlets for that set. Alright, nothing to do there. Ammo types, knock those out. Any spells we don't need, doesn't go with our build. In fact, we'll keep all the spells for our build out, why not? to kind of separate things a bit. Alright, from here, we already got stuff from Denmark. Oh yeah, I wanted to see, maybe we can go ahead and pull out the Crimson Rector shield. It's not the best. You also got the plain shield too. I'm not even using another ring. We can go ahead and put on like Curse Worm, and it reaches the stats for that. Yeah, I'll just put one in strength soon. I mean, it's not the best, as I said. We just don't really have any shield options for a long time. It's quite unfortunate. That's just how, how it is. Now, there's a really good shield towards the end of the game. 15 strength, 15 agility. Well, I might spec into that since I'm only really doing like one stat. You know what I mean? And it's really radiant like shield. Shield of piercing light, solid gold. Really beautiful shield. Has like these spikes coming off the bottom of it. And it is really nice. But you need 15 strength, 15 agility. There's a really nice golden great shield later. Actually, we get it in lower tower after. If I can, put, was it 10 points in strength, which would kind of suck. But if we could, we'd be able to use a great shield, and enemies' attacks kind of bounce off of those, and it leaves them open for attacks. So it'd be really, really useful for newer players, in my opinion. We might do it, because if we just stuck straight radiance after that, it'd give us options for other weapons, obviously. And then besides that, we'd be able to use a lot of shields when we find them. So we might, we might do that. We'll start. Let's get radiance to 30. Then we'll see if we can bring our strength up to 20 real quick. At least try to get this ring off. But yeah, I think that great shield is going to be really nice for, all our builds. Along with the just build. It's obviously going to help you to be able to block enemy attacks and then stun them for a second, for obvious reasons. So let's get some hits in. So now, as you drop down, make sure you get your stones. There's going to be nothing here. Like, you can look in our room, nothing's really hiding out. But let's go check out that demon archer. We'll be able to get some mana and some ammo right behind him. Plus, honestly, I just like clearing areas, especially when I play Souls games. This is how you reach those high levels by the end, is by making sure you're actually clearing everything. And you also know you're not missing anything, because you can't miss anything if you're actually clearing everything out. You know what I mean? So from there, where I got the ammo, oh, back here, the stones, so back here, get a drop attack on him, get some more stones. Why is it, it's like an invisible gust of wind that keeps throwing me back. It's been happening since we got here. I'm thinking it's some Umbral related shit, like somehow the walls between the worlds is like, I don't know, glitching out or some weird shit, because yeah, that keeps happening. So a little annoying, not bad though. Hopefully it'll stop, I know that much. But going on up, guys, we're about to fight our next boss. This is the Ruiner. The Ruiner is really weak to Holy, so he's going to kind of march at you. He'll use puddle of fire behind him, so staying that's going to hurt you, and you got to fight him on a bridge, really tight space. Besides that, he's got a great axe and a great shield, so he does like usually 3 or 4 attack patterns, and he uses Ignite. So he's the first enemy you're going to fight with actual Ignite. Ignite builds up and causes explosion on you. He can fire orbs from his shield, and he could also charge up his axe and send out fire to bounce at you off that too. So you want to be careful for all this stuff. Try to dodge through it. You can soul flay him, but if he's running at you and you try to do a soul flay and he like jumps last second, you're gonna get hit hard. Running for dodging. Try to get past that stuff. You're already seeing how weak he is to hold. Watch out for that. Dodge. And he's dead. Like I said, he's not, he's just so weak to Holy, it makes the fight so much easier, you know what I mean? Like, he's really weak to it. Alright, so we're going to put a seedling right here. Let's go and rest on up, grab whatever levels we can. Almost at range to 30, which is really nice. We did get a bigger skull. I wonder if it's enough. But I hate to leave this on longer than I have initiative at the same time. We're only, 1 point away, so let's see if we get this knocked out, and we'll go on into that strength. Oh, we need like 600. Oh, perfect. I thought it was a smaller one. Now with this, we'll actually have the stats to use Pieta's boss spell if you guys want to get it. I mean, it is something, it's something for now. So after that, we will be going. What drops did we get? Did we get any armor from him? No. No. Usually you always get something, but what about the shield? Yep, we got the Ruiner shield, so that's good. 25 strength, 10 Inferno, great shield. Here we get his axe. Nope. So, still gonna need his full set, but now that we fought him as a boss, he will become a regular enemy, obviously. Let's get an Umbral. We're gonna go out here. There's actually more going on, as you guys are gonna see. But what we need to do is come over here, clear up the path. Then we're gonna go back. Now we're gonna find a really cool hammer over here. Unfortunately, I feel like it's more for New Game Plus because it wants you to bring 3 damage stats up to 26. And then you're going to want actual scaling after that so you don't get damage. That's New Hada Ritual Hammer. But like I said, when you look at that, you want 26 strength, 26 radiance, and 26 inferno. And then you're going to want to actually get damage off your scaling, meaning it needs to goes up to like 50, and it's just not going to have the levels to do it. Now if you like the hammer and you want to just get up to the stat requirements, you could probably do so, but it's going to take you a long time. Hell, we just got past 26 radiance. And we're already like 5 hours in the game. Then you're gonna need 26 strength and 26 inferno. I mean, it would be really, New Game Plus, that's the only way I can see that playing out. You know what I mean? Just to be completely real about it. So after that, we're gonna bust these, and we're gonna go over here and start working our way towards the Shrine of Adir. This will be your Inferno Shrine. So in the hub area, we have your Umbral Shrine, you have your Radiant Shrine. But you still need your Inferno Shrine. That's what I told you guys. If you want to do Inferno builds, they are very viable, right? There's some of the most powerful stuff in the game. But if you don't really look and do a lot of stuff and actually do NPC quests, the best stuff for Inferno is hidden. And you're seeing that. Like, even their shrine is this far hidden into the game. You know what I mean? Like, we had the other shrines episode 1. And we didn't have to do anything besides just walk in the hub area. That's it. But for some reason, Inferno just got really slept on here. Alright, there's that. We're going to clear that. That'll clear the way for us. Take everybody out. 3 souls at this point. Alright. So when we go up here, the first thing we're going to do is go off to the right. This is going to get us a shortcut and some more upgraded materials. We're about to try to bring this weapon up to +6. Like I said, we got the 2 larges. Now they were both chance drops, but I showed you guys where to farm up some. So you can go ahead and do that, and hopefully we could all be at +6 before Lower Talrath. And we will not naturally find any larges for a while. We are dependent on Ruiners or Holy Bulwarks dropping them. So anytime you see either one of those enemies, you can farm them. Try to get those larges. You have your rabbit's feet and everything you need. So get as many as you want. As long as you want to farm for, you bring a weapon up to +9 right now if you farmed up enough of them. Alright, so we have a few fire dogs, regular dogs, Rogar, and a demon archer. Then we'll go in Umbral and take out a Reaper. Now, I would like to do that because we still need the rest of our set, you know what I mean? So, any chance we get to fight one, we're going to take it. What I like to do is try to rush him down. I love this running heavy attack on this weapon too. Look at that, it shreds shit. Keep in mind, this is with our buff on it still. Since the weapon already does smite, when you buff it with more smite build up, it's just phenomenal. Now when we walk in, there's going to be a fire dog. Just swing real wide to the left. You just get right behind him. You're not going to get hit at all. We're about to go in Umbral and take out this Reaper. However, let's get this in case someone dies. I don't want to be steering anyone wrong here. Alright. Let's go on out here and gonna take care of business. As I mentioned before, he's got extremely good agility weapons. They do different things. The right hand does one thing, the left hand does something else. One does frostbite, one does wither. And the only thing it's going to scale with is agility. So you don't have to worry about doing 2 stats. You can just bring up agility, get a lot of frostbite and wither, and a lot of damage. It makes it easier. Just bringing up 1 stat is much easier in this game than doing double. I've never done a playthrough with only leveling 1 stat, so it's very possible to beat the game with a hybrid build. I've always used hybrid builds in Souls games, so it's kind of what I do. I'm not going to hit as high as levels as everybody else, obviously, but I like them. Something for some holy damage, something for some physical, or whatever it may be. So now we got him out. Let's go and rest. So we have our weapon buff, radiant weapon. So if we actually go over here behind the shrine, we'll actually be able to grab an infernal weapon. So that's going to be for your inferno builds. Now you guys can buff. It's fire damage, but it might actually be like ignite too, or or burn damage, as ours gives us smite on our buff. It doesn't say it, but you know that it does, because the hammers are doing smite damage and they don't do it. So over here is the charged finger. It's going to give her dialogue.
And if there might be one.
Get your laughter
He
gesture.
was, but he until who turned people. Find me that.
Okay, so she wants some quest items, and this is going to be for the Inferno ending, and obviously to do her quest. So, we're not going to run into that for a while, but you can go over here and make sure you have everything. See, I've already cleared her out for one less thing to worry about. So, if you haven't, start working towards that. Let's stock up for a minute before we start selling anything else. Now, we can go over here and interact with the Inferno Shrine, get another gesture we need. And then if you're doing Inferno, if you do invasions, you'll get these hands. You need to donate 10 hands to each shrine. So for all 3 of those trophies, so you do need to do that. We could also turn these in for different scenes or armor sets. Now, as enough players donate to these shrines, it will unlock more and more items. Like these weren't, some of this stuff wasn't always here. And it's just going to take years and years to unlock more stuff as the game, progresses on. But we have done everything here. So also, talking about stuff you got to do your own for your trophies. You're going to have to be a boss with a friend. For a trophy, you need to accompany another lamp bearer in multiplayer, and you also have to do an invasion. These are all trophies. Best to get on your own. So from here, we're going back to our seedling. And when it comes to the multiplayer stuff, when it comes to the online stuff, the farming stuff, that's what you guys do on your own. I'm still leading you to the platinum, telling you what you have to do, but we can't farm together. I'm not guaranteed to get the same drops as you are, and we'd be adding hours of me just killing the same guy over and over. So we're not doing that. I'm just going to tell you guys how to get your platinum, and I'm going to get mine. So I'm still directing you to it. You're just going to have to go through New Game Plus and do the stuff we missed, but we're going to cover all the hard stuff, all the stuff you need guided. This playthrough, secret classes, secret endings, the hardest ending to get, very hard secret class to unlock, and everything else is just going to be pretty much straightforward. So if I'm not covering it, I'm going to tell you how to get to it. We might go into New Game Plus, like I said. I'm not going to guarantee it, but we might. Just going to take all these bugs out. Okay, guys. Alright, so now we got them down. So if you go through here, you're going to enter a courtyard with the light reaper. Is it the light reaper? Yeah, the light reaper. You need to die to him for his quest line. For the Dark Crusader class, you gotta die to him 3 times. Once at the tutorial, once here, once at 5 to 2 curse, and then right before his boss fight, you have to die once, then summon into him. We gotta cover all this stuff, but this is the next spot you need to die to him. However, there's a better way to do it, where we'll be able to plant a seed. We're gonna go up here pretty much, come out the other side, plant a seed right next to it, so the run back won't be so bad for our souls. Also, let's go ahead and buff up. What we're gonna do is go up top, clear a path, because we have to fight a Reaper as soon as we get into Umbral, and we want to make sure we have the space to fight him in. So I would just break all this stuff, honestly, and switch over to range. This guy's gonna try to hit us with projectiles while we're in this fight. Come on, buddy. We're out of mana. Let's try to fix that real quick. If you stand over here by the wall, your spells won't usually get them. See what I'm saying? So, it's kind of a waste. Now that mimic down there can move spots, so keep that in mind, guys. Yours might not be in the same spot as mine. So if your mimic isn't behind that plank we broke, there's nothing usually behind there. Alright, make sure it's still buffed here. Enter Umbral. Get ready for Mr. Reaper. You can parry that flame attack, but it'll hardly ever work to where you don't take damage. For whatever reason, it does damage you. That worked out pretty nicely. Alright, so while we are in Umbral, there are some more enemies down here. There should be a moth lady. Wither moth lady, whatever you want to call her. You get out of the way of that shit. Don't let her do her quick. More importantly, anything else is that quick song. I mean, you want to avoid the storm too, but that's not the worst. You know, not the worst thing. That damn leg grab, that's what's going to destroy you. We got Rook. So now that we've turned in a rune tablet, we'll actually start finding runes. Now we're good to go on over here and go to the tower. Alright, we're going to progress this kind of a weird manner, and that's just because of how it works with Umbral and Axiom. So let's go to the left first. Grab your items. Grab your towables. Now, you can't go up because we're in Umbral and it's blocked off while you're in Umbral. So we're going to go down. We're not going to go all the way down, just until we get right here. When you get stuck, that's a spin. You can always tell me about this, so telegraphed. So a lot of sometimes you need a bit more. This will be your next Umbral Eye. I was tripping, I'm like, fuck, I didn't hear him die. There's another seedling, bigger moth. Now we're going to exit Umbral temporarily. Now we can start working our way out of it. Alright, it's going to be like 3 or 4 Grogar, so I do want to buff up and make life a little bit easier on us. So that's that platform we came up from. So there's your first. Should be at least 2 more. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 or 4, but I know there's at least 2. 3. Okay. Now, we can go on up this way, and it just kind of brings you more to the top path, but you do want to look carefully here. Now, if you fall here, it will kill you, but there's something we have to do, so try not to be normal, but we're going to try to line this up, and yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass. If we die twice, we're just dead, so we want to be careful, but you're trying to fall on that beam there, guys. So it's really tricky to line up. For whatever reason, I always die the first time I get it the second time. So that's actually the blade I was been telling you guys about. It's going to pair really nicely with Bloodlust. So if you're doing Inferno, I would highly suggest using both of those. Highly, highly, highly suggest using both of those. Both get Bloodlust, both get fire, both get physical, and then Bloodlust also gets burn. I mean, You could use those both for the whole game and just be, you know, laying into everything, no issue. Just cut through the game, right? You don't have to jump, you can take that beam. So now from here we're gonna go up, get a Stigma and the Fitzroy armor set. Knocking another armor set off the list. We're gonna work our way on down. So while you could just kind of use a moth and fast travel back to your seedling, I wouldn't recommend it because we're actually going to go down, kind of run past a bunch of enemies and put a seedling in a much better spot than obviously after we rest. We can just go, you know, kind of work backwards and take everybody out. So for this, we want to go all the way down. And this courtyard, the main reason we want to run past everything, it's really easy to get killed in like the second flat. I mean, you got fire dogs, demon archers with parasites, rogue guards, just a bunch of shit. So if you look straight ahead, you're gonna see that little gate. Just to the right, you see an archway. We're running to that archway, ignoring everything here, guys. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. And when you get to this archway, you get just past to be able to plant a seed breaker. Make life much easier on you. Take him down. I didn't plan on it, but you can't rest with all these guys close by. Ooh, we're probably gonna get killed. You just can't rest with all these guys by your checkpoint, so you gotta have to kind of, you know, get them off your ass here. Oh, I didn't see you, sneaky little fucker. Alright, so from this point on, let's check out. Oh, where the fuck? They just want to die that bad, I guess. Sometimes people need, you know, they need attention, so we'll give it to them. Okay, any hoosers. So we did reach our 30. Let's start working the strength. And before we go die to the Light Reaper, I'm gonna go see if we could, you know, keep working our weapon up a bit here. It's so much easier to do this stuff after boss fights, but you really want those souls for levels too, because you get so many. But weapon upgrades are about to get to the point where they're really expensive, like right here, 2,000, and like. The very last one, when you go from plus 9 to plus 10, it's 7,500 to plus 9 is 55 and plus 8 is 45. I mean, it costs so much. The reason why you kind of want to be sure about what you want to do with your builds, guys. We know we already got 0.6, so that's gone. You see, we're starting a lot of these. You know, enemies can drop either one of these. Some enemies drop these, but they're really rare. But we're going to start picking up a lot of stuff here. Alright, that's going to be another level there. I wonder if I should temporarily upgrade this. Enough just for like one rune slot. I don't really want to, but we're not really going to find a better one for until we get that 20 mark on our strength. And I'm thinking about it, guys, for the recommended build. And I was going to mention this from the beginning, I just wasn't sure. I would suggest getting to 20 strength for this great shield we're about to get next episode. It is... You know, it is going to be worth it. It's going to make you know, it's going to protect you a lot. Because when enemies are just bouncing off every block and you're able to, you know, it's going to just help you really run through the game here. Upgrade equipment. So let's just put, okay, that's enough to get us a rune. Do we have, nope, we don't have the shape for that. Okay. Well, we will though. I mean, so we're going to have to do it at some point. You know what I mean? So it is going to be helpful. Now that we have that, and we are almost out of time, we might be just short of the goal where we wanted to reach, but we're not far off. So let's go ahead and go die to the Light Reaper, making sure we don't miss any of these very important steps for these quests. So while this damage is less than a lot of other weapons, you gotta remember the speed of it. It might only be doing like 200 at a point, but 2 boards. 6, 8. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna stack it on, not include the smite. Try to get killed quicker here. There we go. So that is the next step done in the Light Reaper's quest for the Dark Crusader class. So with that being done, now I just want to rush back, or no, we have to, clear everything that was behind us. But I want to show, so there's a tree over there with Dark Crusader class. Here's some emotes or gestures related to Inferno. There's another Easter egg quest over there, but you can't do it to the end of the game because you have to have access to Castle Bramus. But it does lead to some hammers for Inferno and also the Inferno armor. Like I said, there's Easter egg quest for every class for hidden armor. Has nothing to do with trophies or platinum, so we're not covering it. There's just too much stuff to do. And it's kind of stuff that's added later on, you know. It's not really something we're going to cover. But it's like the bucket challenge, the stick quest, just your Easter eggs, hidden gems. That's not, you know, anything pertaining to trophies or anything we actually need. Not to mention it's nothing game changing anyway, so we're just not going to waste the time. But we are going to show off where to do it. You know, you guys can look up guides for this kind of stuff if you want. So if you go to this tree, you're going to see you can interact, use the right quotes. It's going to make you like hunt down guys. At least that's how the other one works. You have to go fight certain invasions or something like that, and you know, you'll be able to get some armor you're probably never going to use. So go for it. Anyways, go over here and get your magic ward. I'm kind of rushing a bit here because we're almost at the time of the episode. I'm going to get caught up. Plus, we all know what's going on at this point, so that was just right behind us. You know what I mean? There's nothing too crazy going on. Now we're going to clear all these guys and hit a side path for another heal upgrade. So you got to get your heals. Obviously, you want as many heals as you can get, so you want to upgrade them anyways. But you do have to get your Sync with Nerys fully upgrade for a trophy. So do keep that in mind. You're going to make sure you're hitting all these side paths and hidden paths. Now, if you notice, it kind of blends right in. It's easy to run past this. I missed it my first playthrough. You know, just to be completely honest. So we get up here, role play, and try to get buffed up. These guys will be very, very challenging. And we need to go in armor, but we don't want to go sooner than we have to, guys. There he is. Alright, so with him down, we're going to shoot this. So we're going to enter armor. We're going to fight another one of those really big face guys. Potato Head, and I'm going to start calling him from here on out. So we're going to fight Mr. Potato Head. So there's going to be some other guys around too. Just, you know, make sure you're buffed up. Make sure you're getting your damage. I can't remember if we did it. I'm sure we did, but just in case. Oh, sneaky fuck. He's just a regular enemy now, just like every other mini boss fight, but only in Umbral. But because he's a regular enemy now, he's not going to have that insane health. He's still going to have a good amount, right? But you're going to notice far cry from what it was in that fight. Look at that. And he's already dead. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Not the fight it was, right? So, you can get your heal upgrade here. You just kind of circle around, make sure you got all your souls, make sure you got all your drops. 2 more. That gives you health upon killing an enemy, but that rune actually cannot be slotted until after your 3rd rune tablet, at least on the weapons I've used, because different weapons have different shapes. Different rune tablets give different shapes of runes, right? So you won't be able to use some for a while or at all, depending on what they're actually for as far as weapons and stuff like that. So as you go up, we're going to go to the left side, get that. We're stuck on a rock. He's about to try to throw that mine. Keep in mind, that mine is something else we have to farm. It's like ammo type technically, so. One more time, make sure we stay up, make sure we're healed, go in here, same thing. Let's just try to get a soul play on him. Should be the last challenging enemy in the zone. Just to our left is a building that we're about to leave at him. It's taking us to Calrath. Lower Calrath. There's going to be lower and upper. Lower Calrath is, you know, now, early game, I'd say. Upper Calrath is very, very late game. Now, over here behind the tree, you can get more unripe berries. I told you you're going to need some for a quest. If you've been using them, you're good. And you can use 2 more. You just need to save 1 for a quest. You need to give that to Drustin and Lower Calrath. We will be getting to that next episode, right? So, we're going to have 3 fire dogs, and then we get the Ring of Night's Fire. Ring of Night's Fire. This is not only for Inferno, but it's also for Umbral, because it does boost fire damage, but it's also going to boost wither damage. So for Inferno or for Umbral builds, that will be a fine choice. Our rings and best stuff for our build don't come until later in the game. There's quite a few good things, don't get me wrong. Like after the next 2 regions, we're going to get a really powerful spell. We have Piata's, we have Piata's sword, Piata's spell. You know, we have a few things, but our good rings and pendants, and actually I think we can get our pendant now, but our good rings and later game spells are going to be the most powerful ones. Weapon skill. That's a glass shard, another Easter egg quest, and we'll show that off when we go back to the hub area. But make sure you go in Umbral and get that. There's that little mirror, and you need to, you know, kind of put it back together with glass shards throughout, you know, your travels that you get. And after that, I'm sure there's like some kind of gesture related to it. I'd have to, you know, go through and do some notes on that. Anyways, pick up Taxidermist Hammer, phenomenal strength inferno weapon that does wither damage. This is an extremely important stigma, as they all are, but this does relate to the Dark Crusaders class. If you don't have that, you can't get the class. Because you need to trigger a secret optional fight before the Light Reaper to be able to summon the right guy. If you don't have all the stigmas, you can't do that. Essentially locking yourself out of that class and, you know, doing all this hard work for nothing. Missing 1 stigma is going to keep a door locked that you really need to enter late game. So do keep that in mind. I know it's a long time from now, but this stuff's really important, and the stigma's here, so we have to talk about it. Kill any scallywags you want to get in your way. So as you see, this is definitely an Inferno area. We're going to be dealing with even the basic guys like those. These guys are all going to be doing fire damage. Even the little zombies, they can explode, they can throw fireballs at you, they can slash at you, does fire damage. The Rogars are going to have advanced movesets with additional swings and combo attacks. They're also using Ignite now instead of just Burn. So that's going to, you know, a lot of Ignite going on here. Much worse than Burn, because it causes explosions to build up on you and it's going to just shred your health. We're going to go and rest on that. Before we close out, I was going to do this boss, but we don't have enough time. There's like a mini boss guarding the area. We'll save that item for next episode, but right down here, you kind of go right here, then we'll just turn around, grab your Heavenly Vial. That thing refreshes all your health and mana, and cures all stats effects. So it's really good consumable, really rare, there's only a few. But from here, guys, we are going to go ahead and wrap on up the next episode. What we're going to do is go upgrade our weapon, get up to +6. You guys remember the farmer, I showed it off. That's if you didn't get the largest already. That's in the bin. We're also going to go talk about the Glass Shard quest, get an upgrade to our heals, and go talk to Dumbmire as we've advanced the quest line a bit more, and he should have, you know, more items. And just kind of handle stuff over there at the hub area, and then, you know, move on and probably get most of Lower Calrath done. Get one of the best Umbral weapons in the game, a lot of spells, all types of stuff for everybody. Now, if you're doing an Umbral build and you want a really nice greatsword with 150 frostbite, devastating amount of wither, 13 strength, 13 agility, 16 radiant, 16 inferno. I'm bringing that up now so you start working your stats up and making sure you're positioning those things right. It is a game changer, I'll tell you that much. One of the best weapons in the game. But besides that, I think we have covered everything. So we're going to wrap up here, and we'll catch you back next episode to go through Lower Calrath.